Happy Valentine's Day, everybody! We've got Kiko, Marabella. It's the Raw Vegan America's party. Hey, guys.
Hi,
Hi,
Sky.
Sky.
Hi,
Hi,
Kiko.
Barbara. Oh my God, Mara Bear, I just noticed, isn't it winter where
I
you
love it.
are?
We've got summer vibes going on there.
The sun is out here and it's like 50 degrees. And then before I came, I took a really hot bath. So,
Wow.
yes, I mean, it is cold and I am in the Pacific Northwest, but it's a beautiful day today and the sun is shining. So I feel summer.
She's
You look,
powered that make-believe so much she actually thinks she's in Australia.
Yes. I live on a beach, so it feels like summer to me.
Oh, I love
she
that.
looks
Until you put the
fab.
foot in the water and a reality set
Right.
comes
Oh, yeah. Till I step outside.
through.
So
Oh,
beautiful. And yeah, I just wanted, you are glowing. And I said, okay, let me copy you. So I did Mara
Oh,
Bear hairstyle, but not quite.
it looks beautiful, Kiko.
Kiko,
You
you
look
should
very
put some
handsome.
chopsticks in it. Isn't that like tradition? Isn't it like you can
Oh,
wind the chop? I've done that before where you wind the chopsticks around and then you do that.
Mm. I mean, I could do it better, but you see, like me, it's
I
okay.
like
It's
it.
supposed to be messy bun. It's not
Yeah,
supposed
messy
to,
bun.
half the point is like bits are everywhere.
Right.
Yes.
Oh, there you go. That looks so beautiful now.
Oh,
Oh, she needs a new hairdo
looks so
now. My Barbie, my
pretty.
Kiko Barbie. Thanks
I
to
would have to
Marabella
hold it
and
like
JJ
this.
Barbie.
You see? Anyway, so beautiful. So beautiful to be with you guys on the Valentine's Raw party. We were together last
Yay.
night
We
on Europe
were.
Raw party, and the party continues. So,
It is.
Woohoo.
It is. It is a party. Okay, so who wants to go first? Marabella.
Oh, okay. So because it's Valentine's Day, I was making my food all around the heart chakra. And so I have a really heart
Oh, hang
healthy
on, let me bring you up so people can
um,
see.
salad.
Oh,
And I have red leaf lettuce. And so the red leaf and the green all are so great for the heart. And avocado. I have pepitos and pumpkin seeds and also radicchio. And I spiralized these beets. And I tried to make the strawberries in little heart shape. And
oh,
then I have it's very thick, but I have a strawberry dressing to put on the top. It's strawberry, maple syrup, lemon, and a little bit of water. And then for dessert, I made some banana cacao bites. So I took bananas and I sliced them, and then I took another banana and I mixed coconut yogurt, banana, um, cacao, and salt and a maple syrup, and I poured the mixture over the banana. And I also have a strawberry. One of them's a strawberry. I think this one, yeah. So this one's a
oh,
strawberry.
they are incredible.
And then I put cacao chips over the top
Jeez.
and put them in the freezer. And then to go with the dessert, I made
Oh my
pink
gosh.
cacao. And
What?
I used beet in water, and then I added powdered cacao, and then to make it a little bit softer, I added just a touch of and to sweeten it, I used a little bit of cashew milk.
I love that. Oh my God. And I was looking behind you and there's pink on your
Mm,
dress. There's Himalayan rock salt there and there's your book, Petals of the
yes,
Heart. And I love that.
for the heart
Oh,
chakra.
and my mum said it looks yummy. That's my mum there. She said it looks yummy.
Oh, that's so sweet. Thank you, Mom.
So, oh my God,
that
did
was
you hear about those bites?
Yeah, so I haven't tried them yet, but I'll try one right now. So
Oh my
it's
God. Say it again.
mmm, mmm.
let me
Really
zoom you up. I want to see what's in the middle of it. Show how,
Mhm.
hold it up. So you've got a
Mhm.
piece of banana and then
Mhm.
you've surrounded it by what? Banana, coconut, cacao, maple syrup,
Mhm.
and more cacao.
Wow.
And some coconut yogurt. So it was a mix of coconut yogurt, cacao. You could use peanut butter if you wanted to. So powdered cacao, a little bit of salt, maple syrup, and then mashed banana. And then I
I love
poured that
it.
over the top, and then I put cacao nibs and stuck it in the freezer.
My niece would absolutely be in heaven if she ate that.
They are so good.
You should make it for her. Like how I'm like
Mm.
palmed off. I'm like, Mum, you can make it for her.
So delicious.
So creative.
It's so
Amazing.
cute. Salad and the little hearts, and I'm feeling the love. I love it.
And I tried to make my salad in a heart shape, but I just gave up. It didn't work out.
There's a lot of hearts around you, Marabella.
Mm-hmm.
I
Yeah.
love that.
That's
Okay,
beautiful.
Kiko, are you still making yours?
Me?
Kiko, are you making yours? Are you still making yours?
I'm making mine. Yeah.
Okay.
Well,
Do you want me to put you up on the screen so you can share, or you want to wait till the end?
this is just
Okay.
smoothie. So yeah, go ahead, Sky.
Put you up?
No, for you.
Okay, I'll go ahead. Okay, guys, last night, well, I could bring it out again. I made last night this pink pasta, a sweet pasta, which was
Ooh,
like
yum.
raspberries, cashews, dates, 3 ingredients sauce with zucchini noodles with more crushed raspberries and cashews. And then I stirred it all through and then put it on top. So you can look at the last party. There's also a live where I created that recipe, and that was really fun. But today I got up early and I made love bombs.
Oh what?
Wow. Those
I
are
love
cute.
Oh my
Right
god.
out of one of them. That's the middle of it.
Mm.
These are so good. I'm going to do a real recipe for them because they're so insanely good. So what's in these is they're raw oats. I will get the packet. I have been to the website. They aren't steam pressed. They actually are raw. There's raw oats. There is sunflower seeds, sesame seeds. There's dates. There's raspberries, and there's dried coconut shreds.
Yum.
And then you blend all that. Is there something else that I put in? I think it's just that. Yeah, because I wanted to keep them white. And then I blended it all, shaped them, and put more coconut on them. And then I put them in the freezer to set. And they are, you know what I love about raspberries and all berries really is they're tart and they're not too sweet. So it's perfect. And I've already had a couple, so they're amazing.
They look
Wow,
so
that's
beautiful. I love how
amazing.
your nails match and everything too. And so pretty.
Yeah.
They look like in America they have this hostess cakes. They look like that. They're called snowballs. They're pink with coconut.
Oh, I feel like they remind me of, we have in Australia ice vovos. Have you had, they're probably got something different in America where they're like this pink icing and coconuts on a biscuit. And I used to have them when I was younger, and that is the color and the coconut and kind of, it smells so good. They're really good, guys. So I will have that reel up later.
Is it like so the oats, the raw oats? I've never tried it. Did any of you guys try raw oats and the regular oats? And do you see any difference?
They seem lighter. I didn't realize that the original ones weren't. I don't use oats very often. But then I found in a shop, because they're usually steam pressed. The reason they're not raw, I'll bring them up again. The reason they're not raw is usually they're steam pressed, but this brand Lotus has raw rolled oats. And I went to the site and they're not steam pressed and they taste lighter, like airier, like not dense. And I think when you're raw, you notice those type of things. But I tend not to use a lot of them. I will use them like at Christmas or Valentine's Day, maybe around my birthday. It's not a regular, or maybe if I get a craving, 4 times a year I'll use oats. I'm not
because
like
it is heavier for you.
Yes, I'm a veggie, fruit, greens, sprinkle that with nuts and seeds and juices type girl. It's just it's dense. I even prefer to some point nuts over oats. It does. If I have too many oats with like cacao and just like cashews and stuff, I can feel really heavy. But this felt really light. Probably because it's seeds. There's not nuts in it. It's seeds and lots of berries and the dates. And it's not a huge amount. I think it's just 1 cup. See if I can remember. I'll have to look. 1 cup of oats. It's a 1/4 cup of sunflower, 1/4 cup of, no, it's 1/2 cup of sunflower, 1/2 cup of sesame. And then I think it's 7 dates. And then it's a whole pack. I'll have to weigh it of berries, of any berries you want. And then I think I put 1/2 cup of the coconut and just blended all that up. So I'm pretty sure it's half. I'll have to go back and have a look. You can get the recipe later, but so it is quite light. But if I do, I know what gets me stuck. If I start doing like hemp protein powder, nuts, and oats, it can get really heavy.
Right.
Do you guys don't use oats?
So I used to eat oats, like the regular oats one, and it was way too heavy for me. So I stopped. And here I don't find the raw oats, so I'm preparing. So I'm wearing the gloves. Yeah. So, but I would love to try the raw oats. Vera, have you tried?
Yeah, I would love to try them too. I used to eat oats, but I don't anymore. And I used to make it for my family, like make an oat casserole kind of a thing with berries and honey, and it was really good. But I haven't had it. I haven't had oats since for a long, long time. But I want to now that I've seen them.
Yeah, I've seen people online do savory oats. Like, why did oats have to not be savory? And people are doing them with, like, sun-dried tomatoes in them and vegetables and I was like, that's a good idea. But I have I'm never drawn to that type of food. That type of food is more like fun food. Of course, there's nutrients in it.
I'd like to try it.
Yeah. Hey, love dogs.
Okay. I can show you.
Ready?
I mean, yeah, it's not the necessary Valentine's Day theme, but I'm just making my breakfast greens or pink smoothie, and so this is tangerine, and I added 5 tablespoons of chia seeds powdered. I have a lot of mustard greens. So wasabi-na and mizuna, they're in season here in Japan. And I added a bit of frozen mango, banana, and beets. I would add a little more today to make it pink. And do you guys ever do like beets makeup? So I have a bit of color.
Oh, pretty.
It is pretty. And on your cheeks as well.
Oh, I love
Yeah,
that.
I didn't put any lipstick, so I can just put the color from the beets.
That is so beautiful.
I love the color.
that.
All the antioxidants your skin will get.
Oh,
Right.
yes.
Right. So that's my makeup today. And then I would just add water. Oh, I added also sea moss gel, which I just finished. And yeah, that's pretty much it. I think I'm gonna add a little more greens, but yeah, you can put when after I run it, I'll show you what the color.
All right.
Okay.
And then one more thing. Well, this is the same thing I showed yesterday. The energy bowl, just the dates and walnuts and cacao powder, maca powder. It's just so simple, but maca powder tastes like I don't know, creamy, like a milk when you do it with this way. So my husband love it. So this is the treat for my husband. That's it.
Oh, I love it. Thank you. And we've got JJ here. I just muted you for a second, JJ.
Oh, yeah.
There
Sorry.
you are.
I was
Welcome.
hi. I even wore red for Valentine's Day today.
I love that. Anyone else joining us for Valentine's Day America's party? So I bought love bombs.
Nice.
Mhm.
That is awesome. They look so good. I almost tried to make that, and actually that's how this started. But it turned
Let me bring it up
into
there.
I feel like is it upside down? Oh no, you can
Oh,
see it.
Ooh.
Wait a minute. Oh,
Oh,
let me
you
see.
got me.
It,
Oh,
it looks
you
like
faded
I'm
into the book.
backwards. Oh, there we
Oh,
go.
there it is. Yeah.
Yes. I
Yeah.
tried to make a little heart going through the I mean
Oh,
the
that's
arrow going through the
cute.
heart.
That
It
is so
kind of,
cute.
you know,
Yeah.
I tried. It might not have looked exactly like it, but once I tell you what it is, you can kind of get the idea, right? I tried to make it look like it was going through the heart, but I took walnuts, of course, my favorite, and dates, and a little bit of banana, and I actually just blended that up, and that's what the little base of that heart is out of. And then I like put it in a heart shape and froze it, and then I've just got the fruit all around it. I didn't have any like strawberries. I wanted to make it red, but I was like, at least it'll taste good because a date goes with Valentine's Day, of course.
Oh,
Um,
funny.
and so yeah, that's it. And then I'm gonna actually eat this for my dessert. Probably not all those nuts, but this would be a nice little, I think, treat. Like you could give your, partner for breakfast or as a
Yourself?
little dessert. It's going to me tonight, though.
We
Well,
love that. Let
thank
me
you, guys.
bring that down. While Kiko's still doing that, I was going to show you guys my pasta I made last night. It was a sweet
Ooh.
pasta. So the sauce is raspberries, dates, and cashew. So it's like a dessert.
Oh,
Why did that? There's a closer one, and it's zucchini noodles.
That's so
that's
cute.
cool.
Wow. I like that.
Yeah. So that was good, but I'm not going to make a second batch of that today because I made love bombs today. I don't want to waste my food, right?
Mm-hmm.
So
That's amazing. I forgot to link my channel, so I just did. So I'm gonna show the heart again, so it'll be on recording.
Yay.
yay. Here, I'll bring you up so everyone can see on your channel.
Okay,
Show it off.
Hey guys, sorry about that. Most of you are probably just watching through skies, but this is the walnuts and date mixture with the little arrow going through it. And the cat is meowing. She wants it.
Well, she now knows when you're in that room and you're holding up food, there's going to be something yummy.
She always wants her treat too. So I really enjoyed that. I'll have to go back and watch the first couple of things that you showed so I can catch up.
Yeah. So I wanted to ask, what do people do for balance? Oh, hang on, let me bring Kiko up. Recipes galore here. Oh, you're muted.
Beautiful.
You're muted, Kiko. We can't hear you.
Sorry. Yeah, I just love this color. So today is special Valentine theme. So I added more beads.
Yeah.
I love this color. But
Beautiful.
don't be fooled with this color, right? Because I added more greens inside. But yeah, beads makes this beautiful color. So this is my breakfast, but I will be making similar but less greens for my husband because he doesn't take too much. He wouldn't eat when it's too green. So I would make him a little sweeter version, and then I would put it in my matcha bowl. This is my matcha bowl.
Oh, that's so cute.
Yeah, isn't it? And then this is my first ever ceramics that I made.
Oh, that's nice. I love the color.
I do
Yeah,
too.
Well, I think it's 30 years ago I made it.
Beautiful.
Wow.
Yeah, and then I put the energy bowl inside, so that
Oh,
will
they look
be
beautiful. And
yeah.
Kiko, that's a good heart chakra color, actually. That's the color of the heart chakra.
Oh, is it?
That's my favorite color.
So beautiful. Yeah.
Oh,
Oh, wow. Yeah, I like your chopsticks too. Smart.
yeah. I put more dates, so it's kind of like a mochi. Kind of like a mochi. It's kind of gooey. So
Yum.
We love
yeah,
that.
it's very nice.
Mm,
My husband
looks
tasted
so
it
good.
yesterday, so that will be his treat, and I'll be serving him the smoothies with less greens for his
Mhm.
breakfast. That's it.
Sweet.
Yeah.
Nice.
Oh, thank you. I
Thank
love all these
Beautiful.
ideas. Let me pull this down.
I
These
had
are all
speaking of that, I had a smoothie today. Like your husband Dawn doesn't like she doesn't go for like too much of the green or celery or anything in it, but today I hit it so well with grapes, blueberries, lemon, and I also had celery in it, and she didn't even know.
Oh wow, good
She's like,
job.
this is good. And I'm like, it has celery in it and grapefruit, but that was still,
Oh,
it was really good though. I had that. I'm like, I'm going to really be hyper tonight with all this fruit and juice and all kinds
oh,
of
it's
stuff.
such a pretty color, Kiko.
I
It's
know. That is
beautiful.
pretty. Look at
Wow.
That
that.
is so pretty.
It's like pinkish maroon, and the beet is what does
Uh-huh.
that.
That's just the beet, right?
Yes.
Or is it berries? Oh, you're still muted, Kiko.
Beats me.
Just beets.
You knew it was coming.
Just beets. I also added a lot of green. No, the head of the leafy part of the celery, so it has a really nice flavor of celery.
Oh my gosh, I cannot
Mm.
eat that leafy part of the celery. It is like I can be really good with raw foods, but that is so bitter. Maybe it's better in a smoothie. If I juice it, I cannot get it down. Like it's
Yeah,
just
I
and
know.
good.
Yeah, but this one maybe it depends on the season here in Japan. This season it's lighter. There are season that gets bitter, but yeah, I added a lot and it wasn't bitter.
Mhm. I always put it in my smoothies too, if I can find it. Here, they cut the tops off, but I like to use it. I like to try to use all of it. Maybe just
Which
a little
part
bit.
is it?
The
The
top,
leaf-
the leaves.
Like
The
the
leaves. Let me grab
leaves?
a celery. Yeah, I've got it celery here. Hang on.
Oh, you just had an idea. I could have made that a bouquet of flowers.
Oh my god, I find, and maybe it's because I juice. So it's that top part, the leaves.
Oh, you have a lot of
Oh,
leaves.
yeah.
Wow,
Look at that.
Yeah,
Yeah,
and
they
they're
cut them
really
off
dark.
here too.
The really dark ones are so bitter. Hang on, let me bring me up. So see how this one's like really dark? Those
Yes.
are really bitter. The lighter ones,
Mhm.
not so bad. Not
Yeah.
so
That's the only
problematic.
ones I see on mine. They must cut all the dark leaves off.
I think they do here too.
That's
But it
the
may
best
also
part, right?
be it's this. It also is how much minerals are in it. So when you see, let me bring up a celery. This celery is non-organic, but see how it's like the outside is like green, and then as you go in, it gets lighter.
Yes.
See how it gets lighter. So the organic celery, I don't know what it's like everywhere else in the world. A lot of the organic celery in Australia is like really skinny, like really thin, and looks dry, and that's
Yeah.
because it's full of sodium, which dehydrates the plant. And minerals as well, right? So if something's quite dark and drier, like the green leaves are quite dry, there's a lot more minerals in it. Hence why I'm thinking it's bitter. But the reason this is non-organic is because when I juice local organic celery, I can get the biodynamic, which still looks like this, but you get such small amount of juice, and it's so potent that I get dehydrated even when I add water because it's so many minerals in it. It's like you'll get like a really small amount as opposed to a whole. Look, a head of celery to me is a liter, or I think that's 32 ounces. But if I get organic, it will be just 300 mils of like pure sodium and I guess other minerals. So that's something like I guess as you become raw, you don't have to know everything, but you start to just notice and learn things as you go along.
Mhm.
Yeah.
So there's an education celery
I've
education.
noticed that about the celery. It's like when I get the organic, I like to shred mine into my salad, instead of having it in chunks. And it's so thin, I can barely get any shreds off of it. But if I happen to have to get the non-organic, but I heard here they say that you should try to get the organic one. So I don't know that people go back and forth about that, but I try to get the organic, but I always get less celery, it feels like, or less shreds off of it. And now that makes sense according to what you're saying.
Mhm.
So I want to say something here. I posted on my story a few days ago, Brian Johnson, who has the billions of dollars which he spends on all of his health, including the oxygen that goes in his body, where he lives, where he sleeps. He tested organic produce versus non-organic produce, and organic produce had more toxins in it than the non-organic. And that's because the organic isn't spray-free. There's just a list of sprays that can't be on the organic. So if they're starting to spray their crops and they're with these non-organic or not as toxic, and they notice bugs come, what do? They spray more of these
Mhm.
Oh, right.
and
Oh,
spray.
good. I can get the thicker celery.
Yeah, so we're not talking about just anybody here. He will have data that's public, like the public can access on this. So it's not like it's just he's gone, oh no, like a lot of influencers. I know we're all influencers, but a lot of people get online and they're like, buy these, but it's just there's nothing based. Like he has a whole team working on his health. So I took that as like, well, I said on the post, I already knew that. I healed with non-organic produce. I feel like I'm so sensitive that if there was a problem, I just avoid the food. Like if there's organic carrots in the shopping center, I'll grab them, because they're in the dirt, or berry. I find when I get around food, I'm so adverse to it if something's wrong with it. So that's my organic spiel.
How do you
that-
guys wash your produce? What do you guys do?
I just wash in running water, and sometimes I use a coral powder just because I bought it long time ago. This one, coral calcium. But I think you can do it with bicarbonate and
Bicarbonate.
but yeah, or salt. But
Is that baking soda? Baking soda is bicarbonate
yeah.
baking. Okay.
Yeah, baking soda. Yeah,
Okay.
exactly. Or salt. But I just use it I just do running water, and I tend to trust what I buy. So
Mm-hmm.
how about you guys?
I just use water.
Me too.
I draw the
use hot
line.
water.
I draw the line at I love getting the produce and I love making the food, but if I had to, there's a limit I have, and that's where I draw the line in getting the baking soda, letting it soak. If you have got oxygenated water through it, getting something, because my brain would just go, oh, Sky, you're not going to do it. You got it. Come on, where does you draw the line? That's my brain personally, but I mean, other people probably thoroughly enjoy it, but I'm because people buy the veggie wash and all of that, and I'm just like, if I was getting sick, I will go to the effort, but I'm just getting better and better. So
Yeah. If I make juice, I'll soak in vinegar water before I juice. But if I make a salad, I don't always.
Mm-hmm.
I would love to be. I'm someone who, if something greatly affects my life, and I'm so sensitive, chemicals would greatly affect my life, I would spend the time, because that's what I'm like. Well, that's why I got to raw foods. But if it hasn't, and I healed myself, just local shopping center, ordering during COVID.
Yeah. I used to be very mindful of what kind of water I use for cleaning. And I used to soak it. Like they claim that if you soak it for half an hour or so, it would remove. But then, usually if it's for vegetables, the nutrient would we would lose the nutrients when you leave it in water, right? So now I just run it and get rid of the dirt, and that's it. Yeah.
The other calling I had when I was healing myself was how often I even wash the food, because we're not eating bacterial rich food. So people don't realize that when they put their food and stuff in the fridge overnight, tons of bacteria, millions, trillions of bacteria just starts multiplying and growing and varies their microbiome. And I can't do a lot of fermented food, so I'm not getting this varied strains of bacteria. But you can get nutrients. Well, B12 originally was it's basically like the grass and the dirt basically kind of like intertwining and growing up a certain B12 basically that we were then absorbing in our gut. But a lot of nutrients can come that the human needs, or we've evolved to need, from dirt, a little bit of dirt on the food, just strengthening us. It's like they call them cotton wool kids. If you keep washing a kid's hands and keep them sterilized, they get really sick because they've never had little bits of bacteria. So there's this limit where sometimes I would skip washing a vegetable just for the pure fact that hopefully there's a little bit of bacteria on it that my body can use. That's how I feel about it, more than like scrubbing it.
Yeah, and also for B12, I heard I read that you can get it from spring water. Like, I have a spring water, and there could be a spring water that's not that's just running from the mountain.
I believe that. Sure.
Yeah, because I live by the mountain. It's a really good spring water. I used to drink it from there, but it could be a bit tricky because if there's like some construction going, because there's like temples
Yes.
at the top. Usually there's not much going, but I don't know exactly what's going on. So and they're not testing frequently, so I stopped drinking. But that's one of the way that people probably used to get B12 naturally, right?
Because what the water is then like running down like streams and stuff, by the grass and picking up the B12. Is that what's happening?
Yeah. I mean, it goes through the soil,
Amazing.
right? Yeah.
Well, essentially, usually springs can go through soil and sand, and I always think of them going through rock because they pick up the minerals.
Yeah, all of it.
rock.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's quite amazing. When I was healing myself and I was so sensitive, every time I had tap water, all I could feel was metal in my body. Whenever I'd have filtered water, it felt very dead. Anytime I purchased spring water, I could feel a little bit of life force. Like, how I always talk about how when I started to have the fresh foods, I could feel like life. And I was so sensitive. I'd been so sensitive. I was around like metals and stuff. I was having seizures back then. I wasn't very well. And I don't notice it as much now, but I'm always drawn to, if anyone, like, I guess we are animals. Intuitively, the water I'm drawn to most is always mineral. Not that I have access to bottles and bottles of like, it's even from somewhere like magical. But I can, what's so magical? I was eating like when I was in my fruit era, and I was eating like monomeals of melon all day, and it was the middle of winter. I don't know why I was eating melons in winter, but there we go. And for work, we ended up taking some clients to a waterfall. We jumped the gate and jumped in this fresh waterfall with like all the running water. And I came out, and I think the first things I said is like, "This is better than drugs. I feel so amazing." I felt
That's so funny.
it was like something took over my body. And then like I was eating my melon. I'm like, can life get better? You can only imagine then living in nature, bathing stuff, drinking the stuff, picking fresh fruit, how elevated we used to or could possibly feel, right?
Yes, absolutely. Wow.
Yes. Okay.
Sorry about that. I had this fire alarm going. There's like a fire department down the street, so I had to mute for a few minutes, and I'm sending out a Zoom link for my next meeting. But I was listening to the whole thing.
I thought you could turn the camera around and show me if there's some cute fire guys. Let's say,
Next time I'll try to catch them for you. You see me running out with the phone. Slow down. I'll jump on with them, right? See them in action next time. It'll be like what do they call one of those reporters that's like,
chasing them?
The cat's interested now in the food.
Oh.
But he sniffed it and walked away. I guess that's not what he's after tonight, is some dates and walnuts.
Oh. Okay, so I wanted to ask Marabella, what do you do for Valentine's Day?
Yeah, so my husband and I are going to have a date. So we're going to go somewhere and go out. I'm going to get dressed up, and we're going to have dinner someplace. And I always send my kids Valentines. So I just did that yesterday and today. And yeah, I that's about it.
Oh,
have
I
a
love
romantic dinner. Yeah.
That sounds so lovely. Before I move on to JJ, last night we discovered that Valentine's Day is different in different countries. So, like in Finland, it's your friendship day. It's the friendship day, and then in Japan, where Kiko is, the ladies have to initiate giving Valentines, and then there's a
Oh,
white day
really?
a month later where the man will say whether he will accept. So that's a very like so this white day where he's like, will I accept? So they're obviously getting multiple gifts. Is that the idea? Like each man is but then a woman can give out multiple things too, right? Hedge your bets.
It's funny. It gets a bit tricky for the white day because, you know, when men accept, or actually, the tradition is if men accept a woman, they can bring back the gift or cookie or whatever the gift. But they're supposed to triple the price usually. So if one man spends
Oh,
about $100, they would have to calculate. Okay, this is maybe $100. They would
A lot of
have to come up with 3 times more, like $300, something like that. It's
Now we know whether
yeah,
there's a
so
health problem if men are giving out $300 worth of cookies and chocolate. No wonder there's
yeah,
health problems. Not healthy.
yeah. So they would, they cookies with some jewelries maybe,
Yeah.
and but this goes with if you were to give it to your colleagues or boss, they would have to return with cookies and all of that. So that's why it's got a bit crazy. So I was explaining yesterday that they banned to do this at work because it was so much obligation of
yeah.
doing this to your coworker and boss. So
We are eating raw vegan food here. Someone's asked what we're doing. We have made raw vegan Valentine's Day food. I got little love bombs, salads, smoothies, hearts. We've got more little bites. We're celebrating love.
That's going to be a great picture. I'm going to screen share that when we were all
Oh, did you
holding them
take a
up.
picture of that? I forgot.
Not
to take
yet,
a
but I'm going to go back and do it.
Oh,
when I
that's
get the
fun.
recording, I'll post it for
Yeah,
you.
that's
I'll
a great
tag you in it.
idea.
Thank you
Oh,
for doing that.
yeah, I think I
what do you-
follow all of you.
What are you and Dawn doing?
So we're not really like big planners of Valentine's Day. Like we usually like it's just different every year. We don't have a huge tradition, but sometimes we'll go out and have sushi. That's always my favorite when we go out. And
Yeah.
there's a place called Chopsticks that we go to that has my favorite. So we'll go there, or we'll order, takeout in. Probably end up having salad a lot of years, just normal stuff if it's on a work night. Sometimes we don't do anything, but it does fall on a weekend. And also, we found this really neat place when my sister and her husband were here. So we're talking about going there like on a little date at some point. It was called Ollie Oops, and it had like video games. Like it's sort of like it has a bar too, but like we were more into the playing the little kids games, and it has like a little basketball thing that I like, and just maybe something like that, and have some food out, or just do nothing. But usually during the day we do like a little like kind of special thing, like even if we don't go out, we'll do like maybe she'll make a video like a happy Valentine's Day, or we'll do a note. But it's not like a pressure thing. Like sometimes we just usually hang out every day, so we don't make as big of a deal. I know some people like they get like elaborate roses and big gifts and stuff like Kiko was talking about, and I just never have been that kind of person. Obviously I'm not a big jewelry wearer or anything, so I'm more of the organic, like let's just hang out and chill and do something fun.
That's fun.
It's nice. Yeah.
That's fun. I like
for me, jewelry doesn't excite me, but something like this excites me. Something like this excites me. This is like, I mean, the nature's beauty excites me.
Yeah. If it was summer, we'd be going to the beach, but
Oh yeah,
Oh,
a little
nice.
cold here.
yeah.
I love that. I love that Kiko last night was sharing. She's like, "Oh, I have this Italian friend who gives red underwear, and everybody in Italy gives red underwear for Valentine's Day." I'm like, "No, Kiko, that guy was just telling you to give it and go wear your red underwear like everybody does it. Like it's just a regular occurrence." I know, we're really falling for it there. He's got you hook, line, and sinker.
I was gonna joke around and be like, and she always gives me $100 for Valentine's Day. I like that. What do you call it? That friendship when you were doing Kiko. We need to triple it. So I'm gonna make it on camera.
You
So
give
it has to
100
be.
and get 300 back.
Yeah, right. That was pretty good. I like that.
So I just made the smoothie bowl for my husband.
Oh, that's so
Oh.
cute.
Oh.
No.
Yeah, so apple, he loves apples, so I chunk the apples and beets. Again, this is wasabi na. It tastes just like wasabi, but lighter.
Wow.
What?
Yeah, and it's kind of like arugula. You know, rucola has a nice kick to it, right? And
Yeah.
this is very, it's in season. It's very cheap and so yummy. And my husband would never eat this alone, but if I, sneak it in with the smoothies, he would love it. So I put banana, mango, tangerines, and lots of wasabi na, but I think he can take this one. So I'm gonna bring it up to his office because
We don't want to melt.
yeah, and then sorry, yeah, and then the energy bowl. I'm gonna serve him for his
Yum.
breakfast. So
What a
Oh,
delicious
nice.
breakfast.
So
Oh,
sweet.
Mhm.
hang on, let me bring you down. I was thinking that's a really good idea for people who have kids and want to get fruit in, is make like their favorite color in a fruit bowl and then put their favorite fruit in it as well. Like, so there's some textures there.
Oh yeah, that's a great idea.
And then you can sneak the green in.
Mhm.
Exactly.
Like,
Isn't
the
it like a
what I-
parent job to do that? Everything a parent makes, they think, how can I put fruit and vegetables in this? When you're a raw vegan, I guess that's all you do.
Mhm.
Right. Someone I saw on Facebook today, they posted, I don't know, or anyone have anything good recipes? I'm out of my stove for a couple of weeks or something. I forget. It's not someone I know too well, but I'm friends on Facebook and someone else. And I was thinking, oh my goodness, I never hardly ever used my stove in the last like 7 years.
Wow.
But it's like a major event, like it would have been for me before I even found this lifestyle. Like that's an inconvenience for people who cook every day, and then it's like kind of normal for us to use the stove. I use it like a cutting board.
I
It's
remember
just
growing
counter
up with a
space.
microwave. I remember growing up with a microwave. I can't even handle being around a microwave anymore, let alone imagine using it on my food. Like that's something I haven't. Yeah, I forget about ovens and microwaves and grills, and it's much easier just making the food and eating it.
Yeah, I tried like I was eating these peas on my salad, like the kind that I obviously like when I couldn't find sugar snap peas or snow peas, I would get the ones in the bag, even though I discovered I think someone told me they're not really raw, but I would just let them thaw out. So to me they were raw. And one time I just couldn't get them thawed out in time, and I had like heated them up. And I remember it was like this one little bit over that had this like taste to it, almost like I'm like, I don't actually like this cooked peas. And I've ate them like that my entire life. But now all of a sudden my taste has like switched to like even those, if they were even just a little bit heated, I guess maybe my brain knows what 118 degrees is now, right? But it was just wild. I couldn't believe it because I would never have thought of eating a raw, thawed out frozen pea, right? Like, but it's so amazing if people haven't tried it. Like, your tastes do change as you get into this lifestyle.
They definitely
sure.
do. Like like I, to the point where I was doing more of Brooke Golden's way of eating, where you're doing a lot more of like cruciferous and seeds. And I highly miss the high vibrational foods. Like there's something magic about just like a mango or a tomato, or like Like, and when you cook food, it was not something I ever craved. Like, I mean, you'd crave fruit, sure, but you wouldn't crave like an abundance of it. You just crave like half an apple with peanut butter or something like that. So
God,
the
what was
magic.
that? Oh, sorry.
Oh, go.
Something popped in my head. There was a recipe you showed me. I was like, that would have been good for me to make. It was a date, all of a sudden I'm starting to think about the little dates, medjool dates for my dessert tonight. And someone put a raspberry inside of it.
That's
And I was
so good. We
wondering
can tell I'm
if
making everything from
cherry
raspberry.
would taste like, those cordial cherries type thing, like
Oh my
that
God.
they sell here with like the chocolate on the outside. I was like, I wonder if that would taste like it. And I didn't mean to cut in, but all of a sudden the date
That
addiction
would
just
be
took
a
over.
really good combo. That would be a really good combo. Oh, you're so sweet. That would be such a good combo. Dates stuffed with cherries.
I
Oh,
know.
yeah. Like that
I
would
think of
top
it
the
with like
ride.
nut butter or the walnut inside, but now I'm thinking of a whole fruit and date mixture. Now I'm like, the idea.
You could do different ones. You could do a date. This is very UJJ for Valentine's Day.
Night.
Date night. Date night.
Date night.
Date night. Yeah.
Yeah.
Do like one with a
I
banana,
posted that on
one with a
Facebook.
cherry. What else? One with a banana, one with a cherry, one with a raspberry. You could do one, so the pecan pie one. You could do one with peanut butter. You could do a date flight. They call them a flight. That name,
That's
but
the
it's like,
only couple that had like 8 dates for their Valentine's Day.
you could. I actually love that idea. I actually think I could do that because the more you do that, the more you when you just eat that way, like you can get. I feel like I'm more excited. Like when you just say for a while you're only eating just the food fresh, just the banana, the mango, the lettuce, the mushroom, the date, and you can combine them in different ways. I find that there's so much flavor there.
Yes, definitely. Oh, that's wonderful, Veggie Jay.
No, my hair, guys, I was just like, in fact, my hair has been in the salt yesterday. I put the rollers in last night, but my hair, I've been doing, to be fair, about 2.5 months of sea moss gel now, because I'm going to bring this up because I'm actually very proud of this. Like that is so much hair. And all these bits here growing, there's no bald patch there anymore. And that one's just about gone. Like and people message me, they're like, my hair hasn't made such a difference, but my skin's glowing. Or my hair and skin haven't changed, but my nails just keep growing. And I've got to go to the hairdresser and there's so much has grown out. That's 5 weeks of hair. And I don't just grow. I think like it's just the most, and I believe it's helped healed my thyroid because it's got the iodine in it. It's got the iodine which we need, and it's got a whole lot of minerals as well, which helps support the system. But I had a slow thyroid function, so I think it's improved. Like all the signs in my body have changed. Like I just think lots of people doing it for a whole year. 2 scoops, 1 to 2. I find 2 is really good, but I'm going to do 2 scoops all year.
Okay, so, I'm going to get some tomorrow. You've convinced me.
Yeah, I started when you did, or I was doing it when you started your challenge, but I added extra. Like I took a huge heaping like a tablespoon of it instead of just like a teaspoon, and my nails are growing, and I feel like my bloating is down.
Yes. That's the other thing I've noticed, but I think it's healing my thyroid because thyroid function decreases as we age. And a lot of people, when they especially go through perimenopause, menopause, or have huge stresses in their life, their thyroid function isn't great. And you need to make sure you've got iodine, minerals, selenium. And I feel like it helps your gut because you get better gut motility when your thyroid works as well. When your thyroid goes out, you get constipated. Your gut just stops. So I'll put this on the screen as well if anyone wants a discount.
Yes, I was going to ask you to send that to me, but I think I have it. Actually, you did send it when I had to post it on my page too.
I was inspired, so I soaked I've been doing sea moss as well for like 2 weeks now, and I'm soaking the sea moss.
Oh, nice.
I would love that.
In water?
Yeah. It's just in water, but you know, yeah, we have to be very careful where we get it, because I get some people contact me if they, if I wanted to try their samples, but I got it from Marcus and Kara. So I'll show you the page.
That's
I don't think,
always a good place to get it.
yeah, I trust them.
Mm.
So but they don't sell it here in Japan. So I got it when my friend from America came. Hope I ordered like 6, and it lasts quite a bit, right? Because you only need a little bit, and it would expand
bring it
so
up.
much. Yeah. So
What does it taste like?
it doesn't taste
Bad.
that great.
Yeah.
To me, the
It's like
texture-
moringa to me. Like I don't mind it anymore, but I have to drink it really fast. But like anybody I've had try it, they're like, "Ew, how do you drink that?" But I tell them to put it in
Moringa-
juice.
Put it in a
Moringa
smoothie.
is
Put it in your morning smoothie.
Yeah,
You can't
I
taste
just
it.
like
I
I do
don't
it in
think
water
there's
like Kiko.
I don't think there's
Moringa
much
is not
taste to it, but the texture. I don't like the texture. I mean, it's not that I don't like it. It's not a familiar texture. The only brain pattern that I have for that texture is snot. Like there's nothing else that you can relate to but snot. So and then
Yes,
I think
we won't put that on the package. Snot moss.
Yeah,
you got to do it for your health.
Sorry, here in Japan,
Yes.
we eat a lot of seaweed, right? Like we've got nori sheets. And I'll show you. This is my placenta. Oh, I have 2 packs. I thought that I was already almost done, but I have 2 packs.
Go girl.
Isn't that great when you
Right?
find an extra?
Yeah, and then this is kombu. This is just shredded kelp. It's and it's nice addition. It's kind of sweet. Tastes sweet. And Japanese people, they would just add it in soup. Kind of like a wakame. And of course, wakame we eat it almost every day in a miso soup. I don't eat miso soup anymore, so sea moss is a great addition for me because I'm definitely eating less seaweed as general. Like we also have arame, that we have so many varieties that we eat just naturally on the side dish. And I think traditionally that's why Japanese people had a very thick, long black hair. But nowadays, we're eating so many processed food. So I see that Japanese people are having more issues with hair, like their hair's thinner and not as full as it used to be like 20 years ago. So yeah.
Just happened there. Okay, so I forgot what I was going to say. I pushed a button and everything just blew up really large in front of my face. I actually was going to say that most of my life, even when I was younger, but as I aged, even in my teens, is my hair was always thin, like around this part here and this part here, like these strips, to the point where it's so common. But I thought it was like a normal thing, like it's not something you worry about. But then, like, what am I, 45 this year, and you finally heal it? I really think that my, endocrine, I know I had a lot of endocrine, my whole problem was an endocrine problem. But the fact that you can actually fix it with minerals, and I crave like a lot of seaweed. I can't do a lot because you get the histamine response because a lot of it's dried. But sea moss I do well with little bits of nori. I have to taper it back. I crave kelp. Kelp is really high in iodine, but it's so good for you. Minerals are just so good for the body.
Sea moss is great because I think researchers like back in like 30, I don't know, maybe over 30 years ago or so, Western researcher came and they wanted to find out what the secret of Japanese health, because we have so many people or elderly people in good shape. And then they found the secret was seaweed, because we eat, like I mentioned, like so many varieties of seaweed. So they tried to incorporate that in their diet, but apparently Western people couldn't digest it because it wasn't in their genes,
Yes.
right?
Mm-hmm.
their
And so
microbiome.
right. So the CMOS is amazing because it seems like you guys can digest it
Absorb
better.
it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like that's, I would live off seaweed if I could. There's a question there I'll bring up in a second, but this does come up a lot about, do we have to be careful not to take too much sea moss? Because a lot of people, here's the thing, is in my opinion, is no, I feel like we're very deficient in minerals and nobody is getting enough iodine unless they're regularly taking an iodine supplement or they're eating like 10 nori sheets a day, right? But if you're somebody for some reason whose body has hyperthyroidism, which isn't that common, where your thyroid is running too fast, your whole adrenal system, you're usually quite underweight, you lose hair, but not because, basically because your adrenal system is just on speed, like it's just sped up, is people in that situation. If you have thyroid issues, you might want to check with your doctor. But in my opinion, is that people aren't getting any iodine. Like it's not like you're going to get an overdose from 2 scoops of that's all I'm having, right? But it's mindful. You never want, someone brought up I did a post on coconut water and someone said, the first comment that came up on Facebook was, there's a lot of potassium in that's not good for you. And I'm like, there's a lot of things in everything, so too much of anything is not good for you. Not just too much coconut water, too much bananas, too much greens. You should just have things like that work for your body, and don't just eat sea moss gel all day, every day, is my opinion. But some people do say they get thyroid storms, like where their hormones get really aggravated by the sea moss. In that case, don't take it. But I've never heard a case where someone's like, I had sea moss and there was problems. So
that's good. That's good. Yeah, that's good to know, because like I say, I'm always concerned about the quality because it's coming from the sea. If it's contaminated, if it's cultivated in a contaminated area, that could cause an issue. So that's good that no one had an issue.
So these sea mosses here have been independently tested, and that is expensive testing, third-party tested. But if you can grow a plant, more than likely that plant wasn't toxic. Does that make sense? So if you can grow if the plant can actually grow and filter, because it's filtering the ocean, that's its job, right? And it's doing the best it can. Of course, it's not perfect, but if the plant can grow, I mean, it really isn't toxic. If you eat something which is rotten, like it's grown and its leaves all rotten, that would be problematic. But as far as the sea moss, it's obviously, you just want to get it from a good brand. But if a plant can grow, because that's its job, right? When we think of plants, they're filtering. They're sitting in the sunlight and they're filtering everything they bring up. They're like, that's coming in, that's coming in, that's not coming in. That's what we love about them, that they've got. And then they assimilate and synergize and whatever, and create all these different other nutrients in their like cells, but they're filters. So that's their job.
That's interesting. Did you just share earlier the brands that you like, the sea moss?
Yes, so I can share it again. So in Australia, I use,
because it might be easier for me to get it from Australia than
yes.
Here in Japan. Like no one have heard of sea moss.
So I just shared it. So I got mine. Jillian uses Earth and Wellness, and I got a code for you guys from them, and she loves it and she says it's amazing. And that's Chef Babette's brand. That's the brand that I have that I link everyone to. The reason I link everyone to that and not the one that I get, so I get one which is local, and they usually send it to me from the sea moss gel company, but they don't export. If somebody contacts them and says, can you, it kind of got cut off there. If somebody contacts them and says, will you ship it to me? They said they would do it for me, but it's not a regular thing. So Chef Babette's brand is the one I recommend. And so this is what I got. But if you're in Australia, a lot of health shops, and I link it, I use the Sea Moss Gel Co. just because I like the taste. I've tasted others in Australia, they're not good, but it's Earth and Wellness, and that is, and use just the code Sky Conway at checkout, but that's Chef Babette's brand.
That's, yeah, that when we see the face, we can trust better, right? Because just like Mark.
Yes. That's like, yeah. So I would say Marcus and Cara is a good brand. I do have a code for Chef Babette's, and Chef Babette looks like amazing, right?
Definitely.
But yeah, if you're in Australia, I do like the CMOS Gel Company if it's because it's just local and they send me stuff. I'm not affiliated per se, but they send me just free bags randomly, which is really nice of them. So that's the one I use. But yeah, like I know a lot of people, like, you know, you go raw vegan or start eating vegan and you need all supplements. I don't actually think there's a few things you want to keep on top of, which is you want to make sure you get omega-3 fatty acids. You want to make sure you get your B12. I've never had like, I know my iron can go down, but compared to what it was like I was having infusions every 3 to 4 months, and I went raw and didn't need one for 3.5 years. Because I'm missing that part of my stomach, and I was somehow absorbing, probably because there's so much vitamin C. But I think it's omega-3s, B12, of course, get all your nutrients checked, and you want to make sure you get iodine and your sodium levels are good. Like, it doesn't mean you need sodium, but you want to make sure that if you're exercising a lot or sweating a lot, that salt isn't something you just don't touch completely, whether that's seaweed, whether that's sea moss, whether that's celery and supplemented occasionally with a few granules of salt. I don't know, everyone's different. They're like the things I think are really important. And selenium from the Brazil nuts.
Yeah, I eat that every day. I ask my husband. I have a hard time finding the good ones though. Here in Japan, I can only get one brand of Brazil nuts, and they were rancid last time I bought it. So I asked my husband to get it from France because he just came back, and that was good. Yeah. Where do you get it, Sky?
Where do I get what?
Brazil nuts.
Oh, I just get them. So where do I buy mine?
Yeah,
So I have a
This is what I
guy. I'm
got.
very lucky.
This is what my husband got from organic shop, and you know, just something he. It's very easy to get good organic stuff in France, but in Japan, I just find it on Amazon because people don't know, you know, things. Most people don't know about Brazil nuts, so.
Yeah, I think, like, I wanted to do a video with Lisa actually, because I know she's really into all the essential things that you're getting from different foods, and go through what you need to, just because I'm always about not overwhelming yourself. Just start eating raw foods. But as I've done this for 5 years now, I will say you do need to have a few groups of things to be mindful of. And I think when they say Brazil nuts, get your Brazil nuts anywhere. Of course, organic is better, but if you don't be like, oh, I can't find it perfectly, so I'm not going to have it. I still think some Brazil nut is going to be better. Just have 2 a day. Of Brazil nuts. I think that the CMOS gel covers the iodine, but a lot of people prefer, I think I didn't answer the question. Someone asked.
Selenium, right? Is that what the Brazil nuts have? Selenium? Okay.
Yes.
Yeah,
so you need the iodine.
Yeah, it looks like that. It's
Okay.
tasty. You know, I love
it is tasty.
I
they
think
salty
I had them
to
in,
me.
like, a long time ago, like before I even knew about vegan. I think someone had shared one with me from like a mixed type nuts bag, but I never knew. I think they're really hard, right? Like solid type texture.
They taste kind of like a peanutty, like they're just a nut. It tastes like a big peanut or a big peanutty almondy thing.
Yeah, I always just add it in my salad, and yeah.
And it's like you have 2 a day. Someone told me they only have one. They eat 1 per week, but maybe it had to do with how much, selenium they thought they needed or whatnot. I was like, oh, that's interesting, because I really truly remember her saying I eat 1 per week, and I was like, that's all you need. But
no, you need
one. No, you need it
1 per day, right?
Even if you're not vegan, you need iodine for your thyroid to make T3 especially, and then but thyroid hormones, and then when your body's done that, it becomes toxic when it makes byproducts from those hormones, and you need the selenium to link onto it and take that toxins away. And so I've been really regular for about 2.5 months of sea moss and Brazil nut, sea moss, Brazil nut, sea moss, Brazil nut. And I think it's paid off. Like all those excess, like just, I was like skinny fat. I was like putting on like weight in areas that I didn't want to. And then you're always hungry because you can't regulate your blood sugars, constipation, the hair thinning, crepey skin. There's a certain look you get to your skin around your joints, especially, which looks like extremely scaly skin. There's a word for it. I'll look it up. And all of that's gone. Like it was, and that's only showing on my blood test, as the doctor didn't even want to offer medication, not that I would take it, but he said it's only slightly sluggish. And I was showing but I am a very symptomatic person.
Yeah, that's great. I also eat a lot of cauliflower, and like choline. That Raw Food Romance talk about Lisa. She talks about the importance of choline. This is cauliflower. I just shred it into my salad, and yeah, it's so important when you're vegan, because apparently this a lot of vegan end up craving for eggs.
Yes.
And like same nutrition choline is you can find in cauliflower. It's so easy to add in salad. So yeah, I always make sure to have a lot of it. I never crave for eggs, but it's kind of sad to break veganism just because of that, I feel. So it's just simple thing to add into your salad, and it's delicious. It's just cauliflower
And
alone is.
You've got sulfur for gut health and precursor for glutathione, and you've got choline is important for neurotransmitters in the brain. So you can not feel great and feel depressed if you don't get a lot of choline. So that's good. I did want to answer that question about the because I did mention that I don't eat too much seaweed, and I've lost the question now.
Is it Carl? He said, "How can you eat too much?" Was that the one, or you already answered that one?
Yeah, I can't see. I had it up on the screen before, and now I've lost it.
Do we have to be careful not to take too much? It was 6 o'clock. If you can see the times. And I just want to let you know, if I dip off camera, I'll be right back in. I'm just also having a meeting going on the other end here, and I don't want to leave.
Was it the one about not wanting to eat too many nori sheets?
Yes. You can eat as many nori sheet as you want. I don't know where the question went, but if you have extensive gut issues, which usually means you'll have histamine reactions going on in the body, where you eat certain foods and your eyes water, or your gut gets bloated, or you get diarrhea, constipation type thing going on, is if you have histamine issues, anything that's dried and put on a shelf has more of histidine or histamine, which makes histamines in the body. So it adds to that problem. It's why eating raw food essentially helped me so instantly, because you have such a lowered amount of histamines in the body when you don't have fermenting things you put in the fridge, and you've got like things that are on the shelf and all these histamines. So that's something to be mindful of. Also, you can definitely have too much of something. So you never want to just eat nori sheets. That's all you eat and be like, well, it's a health food. I'm healthy. Healthy is like learning to listen to your body. It's funny, being raw, it's like I talk to the plants are just vibing with me. Like, I don't think of cooked food, animal products. My body will just tell me I need, like, it was like crave cauliflower. And I feel like we can really overthink the fact that there's so many nutrients in it. Well, it is, and what it needs, but we don't know what it needs. It's just so beautiful, that synergy that I have now. Like, and the more I'm in nature and the more I'm around it, like my body, as I said, randomly, it will just crave oats. They're raw oats, but I don't do it often, but there's probably something in it my body needs, and I'm okay with that.
That's beautiful. I'm not as in tuned as you are, I think. And that's why I started taking the blood, I will do the blood check, to make sure that I'm not overconfident of what I think I need. But actually, I have one question. They're completely different from the nutrition thing. Is it okay?
Yeah.
That's such a pretty outfit, Kiko.
Oh, thank you. It's getting a bit cold.
Beautiful.
It's beautiful. Yeah.
Thank you. So yesterday, I made a energy bowl, right, in a food processor, and this is my food processor, but I just broke
Oh
it.
no.
It's a glass
Oh,
food processor, which is very rare to find.
So
Yeah,
there's glass in your food. Is there glass in your food? Did it happen when you were doing
no,
food?
no. This happened when my husband was doing dishes. It was already broken, and he fixed it. But I think this is my mom's food processor. I don't know how old this is. It's very old, but I think it's uh some parts of the plastic at the bottom is decaying. So I have to buy a new food processor. So my question is, what's your favorite food processor? What do you guys use?
Who wants to go first?
I have a Ninja. I don't know that it's my favorite, but eventually I'll replace it and get something else. But for now, it works. It has a blender setting and a food processor, and like a smoothie maker too. So I don't,
The
I
same
don't love
bottom.
it. I don't love it. I mean, I like it. It's okay. It works, but I don't. I'll probably replace it with something else.
Mm,
I wanted
yes.
to just quick say I have to go, but I'll still be here. I'm just going to be off camera for a second. I just saw someone else come in the meeting. I was going to say if no one showed up, I was going to stay. I'm so sorry. I really enjoyed this. I'll go listen to
there
the
in
rest of
spirit.
it. Yes. Thank you
You're
so
there in
much.
spirit.
Okay.
Hi.
Bye.
Okay, let me show you. Mine's a bit of a mess. So that is it called Cuisinart?
Yeah, mother.
That is really popular, but the reason I didn't go for that is because I needed something big, because the Cuisinart seemed to be quite small, and
Is it? I
mine.
thought Cuisinart was pretty big.
No, you'll see this is big. So I actually, if I could, did this come up last night? If I could, I would have had the Vitamix. I would have used because I would have, that's why I wanted the newer Vitamix, so I could get the attachment. Like, so in your kitchen, I just have one piece of machinery for that, because I just don't like a whole lot of machines going on here.
Yeah, with Vitamix, I like it that you can use the same base, but I wasn't
Yeah.
sure if it does a really good job for the food processor.
So this is dirty, but this is huge. This is like, how many liters is this? This was really expensive, and this has got some like of the bottom is, oh yeah, the bottom's on there. So that is like, I don't know how many liters, but that's
Wow.
big. That's like,
It is.
that's what, yeah. So that's when I say big. Cuisinart doesn't do that big, and I love this because it's what I found is I got a cheaper food processor when I first got well with my the money that I had from Kmart. And the food blew out the side of it. Like, it cracked through the side of it because I'm doing ginger and carrots and nothing's cooked. So I wanted something sturdy. So is this what, Kenwood? And I think there's 7 years warranty or something. So it's big. And there's like a whole tray of things that I haven't used on it, of like a juicer. There's an orange juicer. Like, there's a whole heap of stuff it can do. Like, I don't think there's anything this thing. Oh, there's blades for God knows everything, which I don't use, but I need it sturdy. And I do, like, the biggest thing I do with this is that usually on my Friday lives is whatever's left over in my fridge, and that will fill it up. I will make a veggie bake or veggie fritters, or like my bread in here. And I love, it's big. I do not like that it takes up so much space.
How many liter is?
Did I say? Hang on a sec. I can't. Okay, 500 mil, 1,000 mil, 2,000 mil. So you could probably put 3,000 mil. What's that? 3 liters.
What, bigger than my Vitamix? That's amazing.
Yeah, it's huge. But I think the biggest, it says on the side, tough, durable. I went into the shop and I said, what is the most expensive? And I don't know whether I got the most expensive. Might have been the second most. It was like $300 or $400, and the rest were all just like 80 or 100 or something. But I got all of my machines. Like, I do a lot of, I don't have an oven. I don't have an air fryer. I don't have a grill. These are all like but it depends what you want it for.
Yeah.
If you want like the little one, I would go Cuisinart because that's what apparently everyone seems to use and love. But if you want bigger, there's obviously bigger.
Yeah, it's true. Mine is bigger for Japanese standard, but I do have to run a few times, and it's time consuming. Yeah, it's a good point. I should probably get a big food processor for the next one. So yeah, did you hear a good review of the Vitamix food processor?
I don't know. And even if there wasn't that great a review, if I could get it, because in Australia we can't get it on our Australian adapted ones, I still would have got it just for the pure fact that Vitamix is going to replace it if something goes wrong. Vitamix seems to
Yeah.
be sturdy. You know, if
Yeah.
in fact, if it ever came out, I would happily probably upgrade my Vitamix because you have to, I think, get the top of the line one for it to work. I don't know if this one, I would happily upgrade it to have my bench space back. Like that's how much, because that's big. That's a big baby, that food processor.
Yeah, I was sharing. This is 22 years old.
Yeah.
22 years old. I have
Wow.
forgotten spoons like this inside. I mean, the wooden spoon went
Oh my
into
goodness.
powder and stuff like that, but still going. Yeah, so
Wow.
it's amazing, and I love it because it's so easy to wash it. Right, there's no rubber bands that you have to remove. I have a NutriBullet for I bought it a few months ago, and this is amazing. The NutriBullet is amazing.
Yeah, they are good. I have one.
You have NutriBullet?
So when I first went raw, I wasn't even raw so when I first went raw, I my first place, and I didn't have much money, and I wasn't supported by my family at the time, and I got a food processor after about 4 months, but then very quickly, within about a month, food just flew out the side of it. It was like $60, which was a lot for me back then. And then by Christmas, Mum and Dad got me a Vitamix, okay, and then I realized that if I travel, because I make sauces and dressings and I heavily relied on my blender, and we're going to like Queensland, and I couldn't imagine traveling without something. And so I made the decision, and like I didn't have much money, but to spend, I think it was like $100 on a NutriBullet with the NutriBullet blender and travel with that, because it's just too big to travel with my Vitamix. They're quite, heavy. And I traveled a lot with it. It was part of my suitcase. I would sacrifice anything to have that in there because I was a big blender. Everything needed a sauce or a dressing for me to kind of get it down. I wasn't a smoothie person. And I actually think they're really good. The only difference I noticed between a sauce in the NutriBullet and a sauce in the Vitamix is the coarseness of it. It's when you blend in a Vitamix, it is beyond smooth, like perfectly smooth. Like there's no smoother that I've tasted than in my Vitamix. But it doesn't mean that there's not chunks in it. It's just that it's the only difference. It completely blends carrot and ginger, and I think it even heats things up a little if you want it a bit warm. If it's not bad at all, it's just if you are going to be raw vegan for your life, you get a Vitamix. But if you're new to it, I think they're good.
Yeah, I did the kitchen tool. What I use as a raw vegan kitchen tool in Japanese YouTube channel, and this NutriBullet is amazing. And two downside is it's not as smooth as Vitamix, and then another one that's annoying is this rubber band area. Like you have to wash it every time. Otherwise it would start.
Mine's different.
Really?
Well, so I got what's called a NutriBullet blender. I know the one you've got because my mum had, see how it's like, I'll show you. So because my mum in the past has had a NutriBullet where you just put the bullet on, like the little bullet base, and it just, I knew for my purposes wasn't going to be strong enough.
It looks the same.
So it's got, did you get that? The blender?
Oh, I didn't get the big one.
So it comes with, that is what I needed. That, if you are a raw vegan and you need to buy something, I promise you that will do the job. You do not need to, because in Australia, everything's so expensive. And I don't mind because my Vitamix will be with me for life, but it's $1,500 for this. And if you want to get the one like yours, which I think you can get for like $250, $300 in America, is still $750, $800. And now I got gifted that. So it's all really expensive, but I'm kind of saying here, and this comes with different attachments. I just don't use them. I like that here. Oh no, it's just a smoothie thing. So that's how you blend in there. And then you've got like all smoothie options to put your smoothie in, but it's a good blender. I haven't used it
You
in a
have
while,
to
but
remove you can remove the bottom, right, to wash
yeah,
it.
you can, and the top as well. And but it does everything that the Vitamix does. The only difference is that you don't even notice it until you compare. Like you'll be like, oh no, it's perfectly smooth. But then when you have something from a Vitamix, you go, oh, okay.
Yeah. And Marabella, you have Ninja for making smoothies?
Well, I use my blender. Mine came with the option of, it came with 3 things: the smoothie maker, the food processor, and the blender.
Is that a
And
Ninja?
happened to
Yes, she's got Ninja.
Yeah, and it's okay. But I've had it for a very long time, so I'm due for a new one. I had it before I went
How
raw.
long ago did you buy it?
So, I had it since probably before 2020. And so I've used it a lot for a lot of different things. And now the blender, though, for making smoothies, it works great. And I will put in all the fruit, the bananas frozen. I'll put ginger. I'll put a ton of greens, and it does a good job. And I'll even put ice in it with it, so it does good. But I think I could get a better one. But I'm just using this till I always think when I use it, oh, I'll get a new one, and then I never do. But it works well enough. So if you are just going raw, it's fine.
I'll be back.
It does good at chopping. And if you have more in it, the more in it that you have, the better. If you just want to make like a single serving, it doesn't do as well. So I always make a big batch of smoothie, and then I have 1 or 2 or 3, sitting in the fridge too.
Do you get I don't know if Blendtec does it, but like a vacuum, you can remove the oxygen out.
Yeah, I would like that too. It doesn't have this. It's pretty basic. And I actually like the blender setting better than the what's it called? The food processor. The blender seems to chop better. It's like in a taller vase, and the food processor is like wider. So and for me, it does what I need it to do, because I don't mind my smoothies being a little bit chunky sometimes. And you have to kind of watch that whatever you put in, you have to pay attention to the consistency, because it will either be too choppy or too runny. But I like it way better than the food processor part.
Yeah, look at that. Marabella is beautiful inside out, and even her voice is pretty.
Oh, thank you. Thank you.
So someone said here, which store has the best blender machine, Walmart or Target? What I'll say is I don't know, because I'm not American, but it isn't expensive to get a refurbished Vitamix. Like I think you can get them for like $200, and then sometimes Costco will have. I think it's Costco. I say sometimes, but Costco will have the Vitamixes for like the cheapest price. I think that's where the cheapest is in America. Where it's like $250 or $300 or something. But then they have sales sometimes where you can get it, and because I see in Brooke Goldner's. But I say if you're going to go raw, it's good to just start with what you've got. I think the more you buy things, you start putting a lot of pressure on yourself. This is what I did, is just start doing it. Being raw, I promise you, will never depend on you having a blender. It will never depend on you having a dehydrator. And when you accept that responsibility is on you to eat raw, you will force your brain to create what you need to stay raw. Like
Mhm.
that's what I had to accept is, look, Sky, this works, and I saw people online have blenders, and I'm like, you're going to make this work. And that's where that salad that saved my life came from. I'm like, just put it in a bowl,
Yeah.
that. So that's
Mhm.
my take on it.
Yeah, start
Mhm.
small. I didn't have
Yeah.
dehydrator. Like I
Neither did
did buy
I.
the vitamins right away, but yes, it start simple. And if you are a member, I'm a member of Costco, and things like this I would buy from Costco because
Mhm.
sometimes it's hit or miss, especially with food processor. I've bought quite a few, and they were mostly disappointing. And I have been quite happy with my
Ah,
yeah, I've been quite happy with this my mom's food processor, glass container. Where can you get that
Wow.
nowadays, really?
Yeah.
And I think this is maybe over 20 years old. And old machine like this, they tend to last longer. But yeah, I'm gonna go
Mhm.
for Costco because if I use it and if I'm not happy with it, they're happy to, change or I can get the refund easily.
Right.
Yeah.
Costco's great. That's where my Ninja came from.
Mm.
yeah. I hear Ninjas are good. I think I got the NutriBullet because I was familiar with it, and it was a brand that's been around for a while. But that essentially is what I call my travel blender. I don't net my travel support system. I don't necessarily need that now. I'm so good at being raw. I tell myself that. Like
I
it's not
remember.
bothering me, but yeah.
I remember actually, I tried Ninja from Costco and I was not happy with it because
Mhm.
Ah,
there are so many, variation like NutriBullet with yours, Sky, and mine was different, right? I have this,
but
and then
there's still,
this is
yeah,
the
it's
biggest.
still good. As
Yeah,
in,
yeah, I
like,
mean,
I do remember mums being like, mums used to blend, like, we used to went through a stage of like the kale and coconut yogurt and banana and it's like type smoothies. And it lasted, our NutriBullet lasted 4 years, like in our house, that little bullet one. But then I
Mhm.
was like, I needed the NutriBullet blender for about 2 years. I traveled wherever I went. I would have it with me so I could stay raw
yeah,
because I was so
but
used to sauces then.
yeah, this is much cheaper than Vitamix, but like Kevin, Kevin, I forgot his last name. He does lots of pizza and burrito
I
and
know who
stuff
you're
like that.
talking about.
Yeah, so he loves. He said he doesn't have Vitamix. He only uses the NutriBullet or to do all of his smoothies and all that, and he's very happy. But he says that he, yeah, it will last for 2-3 years. I mean, that's
Mhm.
very short for me.
That is very short.
Like
That's what
Mhm.
you got to
22,
think about, right?
yeah, 22 years for me.
Oh, wow.
Just yeah. So anyway, this is good for travel. I bring it for my cafe. But yeah, Ninja, I didn't like it because there's so many parts to open and clean.
Mm.
Yeah. So anyway, it's a lot
Yeah.
of.
Hope that helps, guys.
What did you say?
I said, I hope that helps everybody listening. I do
Yeah.
think that if you are like, you don't need a tool to be raw vegan, but obviously, if you become raw vegan, you're eventually going to buy something. It's like saying, I eat cooked food, but I don't have an oven. You'd be like, well, but I just think the more you try and say, well, I'll do it, I'll get this, and I can do it because of that, it's just not a great mindset. But the first thing I did get, and I would recommend getting, is like once you're into it and you're like, I'm going to do this, is getting a good blender. Like I think that's the key to it. If you need to juice, sure, grab a juicer as well. The food process is good. Daniel McKinnon uses a bullet for all his recipes. His
Amazing.
sauces, his breads, everything. He
Yeah.
uses a bullet. So it's definitely doable.
Mm.
Yeah, I guess you
Yeah.
get used to what you use. You just get used to it.
That's
And
right.
yeah, one thing that I love so much is my Nama. I can't live without that now. The juicer.
I will
Juicer.
say that I was thinking that this morning when I was juicing. I actually feel a calling to do juice for a couple of days just to give my gut a rest. And I was thinking about how that's pretty much true. I have a code, anyone listening, it's Sky10 if you want to get a Nama juicer. But I wasn't like that at the start. So it's not like you can do it without
You
outjuice.
can't. Mhm.
True. Yeah, I didn't mean to overwhelm anyone because yeah, you can just have a knife and cutting board to do this
That's what I
raw
did.
vegan
You
life.
can.
Mhm.
It's good though. I feel like that got me to where I am. Like the way that I'd have to think to put flavors in a bowl. Like they're the same flavors I put in a blender. I would just put them in a bowl. Like, you know, you want cashew, soy sauce, and carrot, cut it up, eat it. You want, you know, mango, lime, chili, cut it up, eat it. You can blend those, right, and make different flavors, but you can also just put it in a bowl.
Yeah.
So-
Yeah. Sorry, I didn't mean to hijack the, Valentine's theme, but coming back to Valentine's Day, did you guys know
Kiko
how
comment or Marabella, someone's comments, they might be JJ's. I might have to kick JJ off if they are. I don't know though.
I don't
Not
see
yours?
anyone want a picture? Okay. I think that's mine. Yeah. So I wanted to. Is that good?
Perfect.
Yeah, great. Okay. So Valentine's Day, do you know how it started?
No. Wasn't
Yeah,
there a
no.
St. Valentine's? Wasn't there a St. Valentine's somewhere?
Yes. Valentine's Day used to be the only day that I enjoyed because I feel like there's a meaning to it. Like
Mm.
for example, Christmas, Halloween doesn't have any meaning to me because I'm not, I'm not Christian or I'm not from
Yep.
that culture.
Mhm.
So Valentine's Day is there's a from Italy, the what is it? The priest Valentine. There was a time in Italy that they couldn't marry. I think it was during the war that they forbid people to get married. But there are many people who wanted to get married still. So this priest took his huge risk to marry people in his church secretly. And he kept doing, and he was actually executed at the end because he was doing
Oh,
something illegal. Yeah, but I thought that that was so beautiful. I think I have visited this place in Italy where, like little church they used to marry people, and I thought that's a beautiful story. That people wanted to have that kind of bonding, like
Oh.
official bonding, even if it was forbidden. Which is
Yeah.
interesting because Italy has one of the lowest marriage rates now. Young people, they just prefer to be together but not get married. That's the
Mhm.
thing in France as well. Yeah,
Yeah. Wow, that's a beautiful story.
isn't it?
Is that where Saint Valentine came from? Like I've heard of
Yeah,
Saint Valentine. Oh, so
yeah,
beautiful. I love
yeah,
that.
exactly.
That's
So,
like a
but
pure holiday that hasn't been tainted. I love
right,
it.
yeah, exactly. But love, just like Europe Raw party yesterday in Finland. This is a Friends day,
Yeah.
and here in Japan, it's was popular was women. We were given one day a year to confess or approach men. The men that we love. Which is the chocolate. It was a chocolate company's marketing tool, right?
Yes.
But nowadays, it's women buys they buy chocolate for their friends, colleague, and it's just gesture of love, like I like you.
Yeah.
I
I
love
love
it.
that. Because in the
Love is a
United
beautiful
States,
thing.
yeah, it sure is.
Love
Yes.
is a beautiful thing. Love is why we eat raw food. So it's always like what we
Yeah.
make it. Like
Mhm.
always think we
Uh-huh.
can. There are a million reasons not to like something, but we can fall in love with it, just like you have, Kiko. I like that
Mhm.
about. It's very romantic.
Very.
Yeah, and we can be romantic alone. We don't have to have a partner to be in love. Like for me, it's very important that I feel love for everything. Like looking
Mhm.
at veggies like this, it's just, oh, it's so
Yes.
beautiful.
Yes.
It makes me so happy. And then I'm like, I feel like I'm loving myself. And then I feel love when I'm outside and more love in the universe. And I've connected with lovely souls. And it's all
Mhm.
about love.
Yeah,
Yes.
Maravilla, do you happen to have your card close to you? Maybe you can share your, because you do, is it tarot card?
Oh, I could pull a card. Sure,
Yeah.
I do actually. I have them.
I love
I have
that.
the fairies by me and I have the unicorns by me.
Oh, oh my
So
God,
sure.
you are all prepared.
I was
It
saying,
is.
you just never know. Yeah. So
Thank you,
something for our
Maravilla.
highest and best today with the love to tie us into the love vibration. Yeah. Let's see what we have.
Maybe
Oh,
Maravilla, you want to share what you do as you have a service of,
mhm.
oh,
So this one
Oh,
is,
let me
it's
bring you
called
up. Let me bring
Body
you up.
Movement and it's fairies dancing.
oh,
So this is a good card. If you feel like you need to move into the love vibration, you can take a walk outside. You can just stretch. You can do breathing exercises, but anything to get yourself moving, and that changes the position of where you're at, your frequency, into a higher love vibration. So we always want to remember, with our raw foods, exercise,
oh, that's
moving,
beautiful. I'm gonna
movement.
go for a hike after this with my husband, so that's perfect.
Yay,
You know
perfect.
what I love in that card? When I was looking at that card, it perfectly, well, I guess anything can perfectly represent you, but I see my soul in that state right now. It's being pulled into different emotions at all times, like that they're just different states of my being.
Mm.
That's what I
Yeah.
see in that card. Like
I
I've been
love that.
a lot lately, and all of a sudden I'll be pulled this way and pulled that way and pulled this way. Like that's
Yes.
really for the last 6 months. I feel like that's where I've been, and
Oh, yeah, I can definitely see you, Sky, dancing all over.
yeah,
Mhm.
So perfect.
that's how
And
I get through those moments, right?
and getting to know all those parts of you that
Yes, don't be
because
scared.
we are moving from the year of the snake and we'll be moving into the year of the fire horse. I always like to say the fire unicorn. And so we're shedding a lot of us are going through things that we're letting go of and shedding so that we can move into the year of the horse, the fire horse. And so that's going to be about action, leadership, creativity. So we're going to be moving.
Wow.
So we're letting go now.
I love it. I
Wow.
also see like the moon or the sun there shining a spotlight on exactly what you said, like that I have to shift into these different spots. Like the moon at the top is there, and I'm like a little
Nice.
bubble. Just
Oh, it's
I like that.
beautiful.
Yeah.
it is.
Okay, so movement is important, huh?
So
Yeah.
important. Yeah. It's so important. And when you're outside and you're walking on the earth, you're actually connecting with the earth. You can imagine sending love to the earth and the earth sending love to you. And you can't be unhappy in that situation. You can really feel the love when you're outside
Right. Can you
walking
show me again the card?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes. Where do you
Oh,
see and
so
hear? Where do you see yourself?
Okay, let me see.
What do you
Okay.
see when you look at the card?
Oh my God, I love that question. Hold on one second. I see myself and Marabella and Sky, all of us dancing like crazy under the full
I
moon.
love
I
that.
love that.
The three
Yay.
sisters just dancing like no one's business. I love it.
Dancing.
We will do that one day, guys.
Yeah, we
Under
have
a
to add
full
dancing to our
moon.
parties. That would be
Yeah.
so
Oh
fun.
my God, we do. Family party.
Oh, so nice. Thank you so much. Yeah,
Well, of
Marabella,
course.
you do, yeah,
Yeah.
you do service, right? Different kinds of service.
Yeah,
and
I
one
need
of the
to put
service.
all my services together under one umbrella, and I'm kind of working on that because I do hypnotherapy, past life, EFT, and intuitive readings. So, and a little bit of energy healing too. It just depends on what the client wants. So, yeah, and a lot of times I work with the cards too in a healing way, not to foretell the future, but to kind of just see what a person would see in the card and then apply that to their life.
That's
Yeah.
beautiful. Yeah, I mean, I
Yeah.
trust someone like you who's doing such a clean diet, and to me it matters. What this person is doing on the daily, on a day-to-day basis. Food is such an important part. So yeah,
Yeah, absolutely. I feel like it's the highest way to eat, like the most connected to the divine, the most spiritual, and a good way to stay in touch with what's going on within yourself. Sky and I have talked about this before, like our shadow selves coming out. It's good to just tune into your intuition. It's an easier way to tune into your intuition and to feel what's going on within you and outside of you too, but also seeing a situation from a higher perspective, because sometimes what we see happening isn't really what's going on. There's like a higher reason for it. And I think the diet helps us to tune into our intuition, knowing what to eat. I've mentioned to Sky before, like not been hungry, not knowing what to eat, and then walking into the store and then, oh my gosh, this is what I want. Like when you see it and your body responds to it, going down the fruit and vegetable aisle and knowing what to eat. When you have movement in your body too, such as yoga or hiking or walking, your body will tell you what to eat too. It'll let you know kind of what you need. So just in that trusting of ourselves, so important.
yeah. What's your favorite way of moving? Because this was body movements, right?
Oh, I like so much. I love
What kind of
Pilates right now, and
yeah.
dance, and yoga, and walking.
What kind of music do you like to dance with?
I like all kinds of music. I like everything, I think. I don't really have a favorite.
Wow, cool. Great. And Sky, what's your favorite body movements?
Pilates, movement, dancing, that sort of thing.
Hmm.
So, yeah,
How about
someone got-
you?
I'm just leaving them at the moment, Kiko.
Okay.
They were asking if we eat raw meat, and we don't. But they're not on my page anyway. I can't remove them unless they're on yours.
Yeah.
No, in a long, long time ago, when I heard of raw, long time ago, I thought it was raw meat, and I didn't know that it was raw vegan. long,
Yeah.
long ago.
Wow!
Yeah, I just didn't know that because I never heard raw vegan. I didn't
I've
hear
never
that
heard of
term.
raw vegan.
So
Yeah.
we eat raw food, raw veggies,
Right.
fruit,
Yeah, that's why I like to
seeds.
say raw vegan.
I
Yes.
tried.
Yeah, here in Japan, people like it's a little sad. Some Japanese people are yeah, they like raw food, but they include sashimi, which is raw fish, and there's sometimes raw meat. So it's kind of sad because there are not too many raw vegans. They might be inspired by raw food. Yeah, and
That's a good point.
when I was living in Costa Rica, also there were people who were eating, raw milk because that was easier to get raw milk in Costa Rica than in the States. They were getting like raw cheese and like raw meat, but no, we are raw vegans. Like we
Right.
are very happy with this beautiful food from the nature.
Yes.
We can just pick on ourselves, and that's a purple cabbage. I saw
Oh,
Sky.
so
You made a purple sky, no, purple cabbage juice,
good.
right? How did it taste?
Amazing. So
Really?
a couple people in my private community were saying that they've healed things, their gut, because we bring up gut issues a lot
I
with
saw that.
potato juice and also purple cabbage juice. And I was like, I hear all
Potato
these,
as in sweet potato.
no, potato, and there's studies on it as well.
Can
So
you?
that's what
I thought the potato was
no.
toxic.
So then I also posted that. I got all that in my group. So there's the toxin you think is only in the skin of green potatoes. The rest, it's a hard to pronounce toxin, and because there's all the
Wow.
warnings under the journal article when you do it. You cannot have it cooked. It cannot be cooked soup. Cannot be cooked juice. And in fact, the purple cabbage will actually heal an ulcer in 15 days, and the top medication for healing an ulcer takes 39 days on average. It's in the study how quickly the rats' guts were healing. And so, because we went down a rabbit hole of finding
Wow.
so, and another lady said her gastroparesis was healed by doing potato juice, and then the
Ooh.
cabbage juice. And another lady has autoimmune disease and said in the past she's done cabbage juice 3 times a day and it stopped. And so people are doing different combos though. So
Remember, Sky? Remember, Sky? I was adding cabbage in my smoothies, and you were laughing. Remember, like who does that?
No, I don't personally like that, but I know that people in Dr. Brooke Goldner's group do it. It felt really good being able to get that much cabbage into my gut, because even when I do Brooke Goldner, I can only get like a steak-sized piece digested. I can't eat a big bowl of cabbage. My gut would just... but yeah, so we're doing it with like apple okay, you can do any cabbage. It doesn't have to be purple. You can do, like, we're doing apple, cabbage, turmeric. I think I did grape and cabbage. And yeah, so it's apparently like amazing. Like, and people actually in the group. So that's, but I hear all these juice stories, and I just think juice is amazing, right?
Mhm.
But I actually went across and we dug up some journal articles, and it's true that that potato juice, but it's only a few mouthfuls. If you read the study, it's actually how they healed is a few times a day. You have a few tablespoons. We're not drinking like chugging back potato juice. And you're supposed to just do the small amounts throughout the day of cabbage juice, but I just had the 1 liter at once.
Amazing. So
It
you
was
haven't
like that.
tried the potato juice yet?
No, when I was juicing, I've tried sweet potato, but I've never tried potato.
Tried sweet potato.
What did you learn about the gastroparesis? My daughter has gastroparesis, and her doctors told her not to eat any like veggies or anything like that. But I've been trying to find information for her on the juicing and that type of thing.
So I can send you the journal articles on the purple cabbage, but it looks, I would try what you could do. It looks like it heals the gut, but people in the group have said basically no matter what she's eating, you can add, it's obviously better if she's eating plants, but you can add, say, half a glass of cabbage juice. If you need to mix it with apple juice or whatever, but half a glass of that has to be cabbage. Do it 3 times a day.
Okay.
That's what it seems like people are doing. And the same with make the potato, but I'll send you the journal article for that as well. But that's a couple of mouthfuls.
Yeah.
And it's the mucoid lining in the gut is they go in, and it seems to be able to be reparative. Like it actually fixes the gut wall.
Yeah.
So yeah, but I can ask the lady in the group with gastroparesis for you.
What
she actually did.
You know,
She doesn't have it now. She eats raw, but she doesn't have it now. It fixed it. Nothing would move through her gut.
That's amazing.
You know, here in Japan, the cabbage is such a, like everyone has cabbage in their fridge, pretty much everywhere. Because cabbage is amazing.
I love cabbage.
I love cabbage too.
It lasts for such a long period of time, and the most common way of eating is just shred it with slicer, and they eat it usually with just soy sauce, just very simple. And we usually eat it with deep fried stuff, like tempura or like deep fried stuff, because this helps for digestion, right? We always accompany something deep fried or something heavy. We will just always have a huge salad next to it, and
so good.
Yeah, it's something we do. And daikon is also excellent, right? Daikon radish, white radish.
Oh, I don't know about that.
Oh, the daikon radish is,
They're
Sky.
massive.
Daikon radish. Let me show you how it looks like. It's basically radish, but
Hang on, I can
it's
bring it up for you.
it's
Daikon.
excellent for the digestion. Sky,
Mm.
have you tried it?
I think I got one, but I don't know whether I ended up eating it or whether, because I wanted to do daikon. I remember I wanted to ferment it at one stage, but I don't think I actually. I have eaten it. We got into that discussion. Isn't that the
Yeah.
gross thing that's in the sushi in Australia? It's like daikon that's been like
Oh,
a yellow
yeah, but that has,
daikon.
yeah, no, it
This
has
is
nothing
daikon
to.
here. Those
Yeah,
big
exactly.
white radish-looking things.
Oh wow, I've never
Yeah,
seen those.
Oh, yeah, the green part is so sweet. So
Mm.
you can just grate. So yeah, where the head, the leafy part, and the white part, but the top part is the sweet part, and you grate it. Sky, you would love this really. I don't know if you
I
can get.
saw one in the markets and I didn't get it, but yes, I agree that I would love, like, I
This
love that
is
type of stuff.
Yeah, this is so easy to digest. So you can make a pasta, it's just like a zucchini pasta, or
Oh,
you
I
can just
like it.
you can just grate it with a ceramic grater,
Mm.
and yeah, it's very easy to digest. That's like cabbage and daikon is like a staple here in Japan. Like every family has it in their fridge,
Mhm.
and yeah, we always eat it with something heavy. But yeah.
I love that.
Mm.
So before we go, this raw party is so full of gold. We hope so. We try. That's what actually I must say, out of all like the podcast interviews, talks and stuff, there is more gold in all the parties than there are anything that I've ever done, because I think you get into like this personal conversation and people bring up like nuggets of information that's like common sense or common knowledge to them that is like in a very, it's not like, so if you go through any of the parties, I find there's just so much information.
Yeah, we
Mhm.
love it. Thank you,
Gold.
Sky, for
Good. Yes.
hosting it, and you always have a brilliant idea, Sky.
Mhm.
Oh, I actually was thinking, do we do a daikon party? But the only problem with that, because I'm thinking I can do daikon noodles or like something for a party theme. But then I'm like, I don't know if I will be able to get it. I think it's like sporadic when I can actually find them.
Come
Yeah,
here.
the timing is very important. So like this time, the winter to springtime is the best time. Oh yeah, but it's summer, so Sky, you might not be able to get the good daikon. Yeah, I wouldn't buy daikon during summertime because it's kind of bitter and kind of dry.
Hello.
She likes cabbage too. She loves
Oh,
cabbage.
you're a Cabbage Patch baby, a Cabbage Patch kid going in the garden.
It's
Oh,
cabbage.
Darling.
Oh my god.
She loves all the vegetables. Whenever I'm chopping vegetables, she wants some.
I was going to say for the next American party, because everyone, you brought up the dips and sticks and crackers, I think, in the Americas group, and everyone's like, oh, that's a good idea. Do we want to do that in the Americas group too?
Sure.
Or is
Yeah.
anyone else got a different idea?
Sorry, what was that? I'm sorry, I was listening.
So in the Europe party next month, we're doing dips and crackers and dips and veggie sticks, like basically dips and something. And that everyone's so excited about that. And then did we want to do the same in the Americas party? Because this is the Americas party. Or do we want to do a different thing?
I'm
Mhm.
happy
I
with
like
the
it.
same thing.
Yeah.
Okay.
Let's do it.
Oh, yes, let's do it. Well, now, Fox, you know Kiko and Marabella now.
Hi.
So you know all of us now. Team Royal Vegan. Okay, guys, this was amazing.
This was so fun.
We're gonna get the body movement now. I'm gonna go.
Yes, that's right.
I just booked a Pilates class. I'm about to go up. I've already run this morning. I'm about to go to Pilates.
Oh, good, great. And Maria, what you doing for your body movement?
So I did yoga this morning. I did
Ah,
yoga this morning, and then I'll be taking my dog for another walk. I walk her like every time I eat. So she goes for a walk like 4 or 5 times a day. And then I did yoga today. So I'll take her for a walk again.
Oh, there's the part. Everyone's going to get their movements.
oh,
In the-
yay.
all
Great
their movements.
message.
Thank you,
Thank you,
everybody. for
Arabella. Thank you.
watching.
Thank you, Kiko. Thank you, Sky. So fun.
It was fun.
Bye.
Next